Here on the B stream, me and Josh are going to be jumping down to that lower bracket. We're going to be seeing two teams which could have gone ahead, in the upper bracket, especially in the first round, but that didn't happen. And as you can see, it is going to be Bad News Kangaroos and Rooster down in the lower bracket. One of these teams won't be playing tomorrow because they're going home.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is quite surprising. Normally, this little battle happens in the lower bracket final or the lower bracket semi-final, so it's a bit of an interesting one. These two teams have versed each other so many times that, well, it's like the battle of the second top bunk, I suppose. Greyhounds to the top bunk. And a tri-bet, I suppose. The pistols go off. The dualies, the Cowboys don't work well. ASAP burns down hats. And looks like Rooster, they're the Cowboys now. With Rackham puts on the hat, puts on the cleats. And just Attic left on the A side on Vertigo. DJP. 8 plants, tries to bait out the shots, tries to get the information. By default, it's going to be a 3v4 retake.
See if they're going to be able to crack their way in. Hazard finds one trade onto TJ, but the man down makes it that much harder. Rackham, shoulder on the wall, and has Chell to hold with him, but it's not going to be enough for Bad News Kangaroos. Rooster, they make it happen. 3 alive at the end, and the pistol in the bag to kick off the series.
Yeah, good start from Rooster on so far on Bad News Kangaroos map pick. Very, very good start. You get opening pistol. Then it goes slightly T-sided, but I think it's mostly down to player skill. And also, as well, between these two teams in particular, it's more of a grudge match all the time, because these two teams, they respect each other, but there's also a bit of banter going between the two teams as well, from back and forth. Every time Bad News Kangaroos win, always see Brace giving it a bit to Rooster,
Well, bit of action with a flash over towards the B stairs. An interesting start to the round, as they are going to be able to take down ASAP and look for the stairs control. It's not going to be found. Anetic over towards mid, trying to find some kind of answer back into the round, but he's the only one with health here in the 5-7. Should be able to shred through Rooster at B stairs. Again, another flash. The same trick works 2 times, and the spam just doesn't find the trade. Not quick enough.
Yep. Still got the number advantage. Do they take danger sign? No, they don't. Attic gets a 1-for-1 at least. I'm gonna say Rooster are in a bit of a problem here, because they're just trading with these pistols, and the Kangaroos have the numbers advantage. But of course, the health, well, half of them are walking on crutches at the moment. How much bullets they've taken, especially Hazard. Forgot to mention as well, there was a misplaced utility there with the HE grenade. I was getting worried that it would Kobe their own teammate. Unfortunately, didn't do too much damage. Rackham with the bomb. He's not trusting the B bomb site. He's not sure where all the Kangaroos could pop out from. Or he's just unaware it's not the Bad News Drop Bears, it's the Bad News Kangaroos instead.
Let's see if you can get a bomb plant here. It'd make the next round feel that little bit nicer, wouldn't it? But Bad News Kangaroos, they want to try to let Hats come across and make this trade happen, or at least make the flank happen faster. No bomb down just yet. Nade there, and the swing to secure it on a lackluster buy. A little bit of a forcey coming through for the Roos. It gets them around, and they're going to be happy as Larry.
Yep, get 2 Galils out of it as well. And not to mention as well, the utility was perfect. 3 perfectly landed nades with a lot of damage. 1 Kobe from Bad News Kangaroos. All started from that 1 fluffed grenade. I was like, oh no, it's going to be a bad day of utility. But the 3 other HG grenades were just mint. Pure ace. It's these weapons again, Mac.
Pop flash. Ready to send him into the ramp. Going straight through the smoke there, and the CTs won't get caught off. Not initially anyway. Looking on, it's going to be awkward for Hats. They're ready for him. Rackham finds the perfect time to push through. And now it's going to be a difficult hold on the A site with Brace towards Tetris, PZ at lane. And Rooster with the pick are just going to slow things down.
Yeah, let's pump on the brakes. Now here they come. This weapon again. Can Attic hold the fort? He is. Big hold from Attic.
Ooh. Lovely couple of shots in. Great teamwork, great flood on the site to stop that bomb from going down. And Rooster's economy is going to be in the bin for the 4th round of the half. Bad News Kangaroos couldn't be happier.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Attic They found a bit of money on that MP9 as well, which really, really helps. Unfortunately, they lost that Galil there, and the Galil that they recovered, they lost one of them, so Addict has to keep that MP9, so he didn't grab that Galil in the end. I think Rackham's Galil was too far away anyway. More time for Addict to just put into his bank account at this stage.
Good nade. Solid value out of that. Nedic down to 30.
I wonder how much nade damage has there been so far for Bad News Kangaroos. I feel like it's just been almost like 200 to 300 at this stage. Nah, I think that's a bit too high. 100 to 200. It's been quite a bit. It's only round 4.
Nice little spray. And Hats, when you come to the team, doing work. Get nice little eco frags and mopping up clean. 5 alive at the end of that one for the Roos. And that's going to be 3 on the CT side. We didn't go over the veto, but this map, of course, is Bad News Kangaroos map pick. What was the rest of it? We got Rooster picking Anubis. They didn't look super solid on it in that first series of the day, but we know that they should have the edge over the Roos. And then the third map is going to be Inferno as the remainder.
I guess it seems like it's an interesting veto between Bad News Kangaroos and Rooster because their map pools seemingly overlap in most areas. Like they do overlap. Like they both do play Overpass as well. They play Nuke from time to time. And they also overlap and play Vertigo. Jeez, these nades on the Kangaroos, that's probably like 170 damage the entire CT side so far. And making that MP9 work. Jeez, so much damage from Addict. So, like over 300 damage from the MP9.
Blocked by the util. Embrace. Oh! Couldn't see a damn thing. Time of the flash. Could have been a little better there, but Brace will steady the ship barely and get those 2 final kills. Rooster on their next gun round just got put down straight away. And back to the pistols they go.
Yeah, I just gotta say, like, the damage from Attic was huge. Gets the, keeps that. Even though they were down to 2 players, they still made a bit of money out of that with the round victory because of Attic's 2 kills at the MP9. Was it free? No, it was 2 kills. Okay, I've already got a third there. I was giving a bit more credit. Also, I think there's only been 1 round where the Kangaroos, obviously the opening pistol, did not land a HE grenade. Because they've landed 2 so far. Obviously not to the joys of the impact. Okay, never mind. As I say that, they're going to get a big impactful one there.
Big shots coming through. Brace and Hazard teaming up to lock down mid. And Rooster with the pistols, not finding any map control at all. And this is a very great start to the map for Bad News Kangaroos. Money at the wazoo. Of course, almost taking out Greyhound just before, and coming into a match like this, they're feeling fired up and ready to go.
Yeah, I just love the movement, the crossfires, the utility, the rotations. It feels like it's just drilled into their memory. Like they're just so comfortable and okay with it. There's no nervous stuttering. There's no nervous angle checking. It's just, nah, we know what we're doing. Got confidence, 95% win rate. Let's go. Like, on my jewels. Even though it may not be 95% win rate, they're just feeling like everything they do is right.
Hats with the yellow smoke thrown by Rooster. Will allow him to get a little bit aggressive with it. PZ, support from Sandbags there as well. Good nade, slows Nedic down. Doesn't want to keep fighting on half health.
That's the 5th round now.
Does that flash in. CT swinging with the util. Well played. A-site hold, and the ramp looks like it's not going to be Roosters, not this round, and maybe not today. Hats doing God's work, 8 and 2. Really fitting into the team well.
Yeah, Hats has just been shutting down the entire Rooster offensive. They can't even get up ramp at this stage. They can't hit B and they can't get up ramp. Something needs to change quickly for Rooster. They need an adjustment because they can't hit B and they can't hit A. Well, the obvious thing is they can't win this map. And it looks like Kangaroos just sweeping them off the building at the moment. Literally and figuratively.
A faster approach towards A again. Not letting the Roos get to the Cox. And this time Brace will shut them down. So similar to before, Prog Smoke will come through from Rooster. And that nade chunk it down, rack him to half. Having deja vu round after round here. And the A site is feeling impenetrable.
Yep, and that's the 6th round that done damage with HE grenade. I think total utility damage could be Rackham dead. He is Kobe. And that probably puts up to 300. I've got to get the stats on it, but surely it's going to be at the 300 mark by now with damage from nades.
Be getting close for sure.
Yep.
And that might be just Brace alone. Rough one for Rooster to get back in the 3v5. Molly spreads them apart. And Nedic will be able to at least get an opening. Nice headshots found. The swing on the Brace. They know his position. But he will reposition back to short and survive for the moment. 40 seconds. And Rooster need to get to site and plant. Flash in. Or Brace won't be able to make the move. So we're down to a 3v3. Rooster might find their first round when they started 2 men down.
They've really grinded this one out. Alex trades back. But, oh, I gotta say, Ned, gotta be careful. They almost give a freebie. It was gonna be a 1v1 for Addict, but fortunately, TJP from lane finally gets Rooster the first, well, round other than the pistols. Just as I said, like, you know, that Rooster seemed to be swept off their feet and getting swept here. Well, they show us the reason why they're in the closed qualifiers in the first place. And why they're in the top 2-3 teams in Australia, I suppose. ASAT with those critical picks on the A side.
Still coming through. And Rooster respecting it this time, learning their lessons from trying to force their hand earlier. But BNK are further back this time because they've gone for a different setup. They got that boost cranking through. We'll see if Brace is going to be able to get one and fall away for free here. Ember's just on the other side of the fence of Rooster. They don't see him. Nedic keeping eyes on this position, and he was ready. Must have seen something, had an inkling. And that's Cracker opening. Let's see if Rooster can find that third round.
I think it could have been the HG nade, but I'm not too sure either. Like, it was a bit early. But I'm not sure what the inkling was there, but I guess, you know, everyone's checking that boost these days. A lot of teams do utilize that boost in particular. Those traffic cones are getting shot everywhere as well. One of them was on top of that fence there. I think ASAP or Nedic shot it off.
What's going on here?
Yeah, what's
Have a
going
look
on
at the
here?
veto. Oh, I think CS crashed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure
Yep.
there was an awkward moment there where we are just going to get that game back booted up again. But you got to see how the veto works perfectly, you know, behind the scenes. Anyway, it is a interesting match so far. I feel like BNK, you know, they came in with momentum. They were really riding it. But now that Rooster are going through the steps, just going through what they've done before, it's just working out.
Yeah, I've got to say, like, that, you know, that A execute in particular, I feel like it was just a bit of one-off round from Bad News Kangaroos from not going right. Like, Hats had that awkward spray that it didn't get, which led to ASAP being able to push up that ramp.
Yeah.
That's what I felt it was. I thought it was a one-off round where just Bad News Kangaroos got nothing working. Like, nothing worked. Like, everything just went in the favor of Rooster. That's what I felt like that.
We're back. And deep into the 10th, looks like Bad News Kangaroos won the last round. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it, but look, worse things could happen.
We'll just imagine what happened. Hat's probably got an ace. Yep. I'm backing that. Even though he's still got 8 kills. But I think Geordie went on a bit of a spree then. He's got 8. GC.
That's just passing that util back so he can eventually get flashed in towards elbow. Try and catch the timing on the TJ. But the second time, the TJ was ready. Knew that something was going around. Oh, good swing. Nice openings. And Rooster in the 1v4. Surely find the third.
Yeah. Don't think PC's interested too much. I'm going to say 8th round in a row, by the way, that they've hit a HE grenade. It was almost broken, but that last HE grenade did damage. Not too much, though. Rooster are starting to find their form, though. They're finding their, their crow. Got a lot of key opening jewels to get onto the A side and win around here.
Let's see if they can make it happen for a fourth, or if BNK can hit back. Of course, we saw them win many clean rounds. We were talking about the economy a few rounds ago, and they've got plenty to buy here and into the final round of the half if things don't go right. But 7 on the CT side is pretty damn solid, considering it is their map pick. Still sort of expect them to want to get towards that 8-9 margin. Rooster playing with the momentum right now could just favor him.
You would want a bit more on the CT side, but anyways, 7 rounds is still good enough. Vertigo's a good T side map. You can get into that B site very easily. Like sometimes that B site can be just a 1v1. Hazard is a great B side anchor, and obviously ASAP on the lurk. Well, actually crowding over to B here. Hazard seen a leg. That's defender side all by himself. But I didn't expect ASAP to push catwalk. Had to trade, but the Roosters are in on B.
Positioning in post plant, it's going to be difficult in the 2v4. Make it a 1v4 as Chell keeps going forward. Heard that smoke break coming a mile away. And Hats, if he can keep the M4 alive, the buy will be a little bit better going into the next PZ. He'll have over 10k once the round's done and dusted. Bray should be able to buy himself, and if Hats can drop, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, they can definitely bump into this as long as they save 1. I think they broke the streak, by the way, Mac. I don't think any HE damage happened that round. I'm not to be too sure, because Chelsea on 98. Did he get hit by that HE that dropped by PC? I don't think so. The Rooster finally not get hit by utility, so 8 straight rounds of being hit by utility have been broken. And I'd say Rooster to get 7-5 would be pretty good, but still, the map's in bad news Kangaroos' hands with 7 rounds on the CT side. Because, like I say, it could have been a lot worse given the fact that Bad News Kangaroos had a bit of a bank to really play with. Could have been like easily 9, 3, 10, 2. The fact they've limited it to potentially 7, potentially 8 is really good by Rooster to really just jump back into it.
Faster approach up the ramp for the final round of the half, and Chelios, he wanted to go through the molly, but wasn't that brave. Nade will reveal that someone is close towards that smoke, and Hats falls back towards the crane just so he can fall away if things go wrong. Where to from here? Repositioning from Rooster, just juggling that util back towards the A side, looking like it may be the eventual A hit. ASAP conditioning at B, just dropping that util, looking to draw the rotations back from the mid side. And the A-site members as well. Going for the boost up, expecting a wall of smokes to come across eventually.
Give me a bit of a test here for Brace as they pop towards middle. I think they're going to try and crunch A, both ramp and middle. I'm not sure how that well is going to work out. They've could get rid of Addict as well. And Addict will just nullify that crunch for now. The worst part is that the Rooster players on ramp have to go now.
Trying to make it happen. Pat's going to be able to hold down lane side. Good timing on the swing, setting up the crossfire and fighting with the rest of the team. Makes it easy pickings. ASAP, no time to plant. CT's just got to live, and Brace will knock him down a notch to his knees. 8-4 at the half as we go to the halftime break. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to the second half of the IEM Chengdu Oceanic Closed Qualifier for 2024. We're halfway through the first map between BNK and Rooster, and one of these teams is getting knocked out of the tournament this evening. Who's it going to be? Well, so far for the first map, it doesn't look too good for Rooster. Let's see if they can change the narrative here at the start of the second.
Yep, strong pistol round. Pebble becomes a boulder. And well, the boulder just demolishes the Band-Aid News Kangaroos, and a big win on Vertigo would assist with that. Roosters could steal away the map pick, but it all starts off with this. Now, can Rooster get the grenade luck? Well, unfortunately, I don't have a HE grenade this time around, that Kangaroos do. Flashbang goes out. Just can't just get a headshot, and somehow the Band News Kangaroos are making their way up this ramp.
Really forcing their hand down. Rackham's been solid on the pistols today. Let's see if he can keep that trend going. Many T's in front of him, and TJ not going to get a chance to play the game. Nade knocking him right out of the round. And the two remaining CTs both have armor, so that's probably the best thing going for them. And they're going to try to hunt for anyone on that retreat away to elbow, but it's a little bit too late as the smoke fades. And the CTs have to fight sooner rather than later. 3 Ts here, all about to swing together. How's the timing? Looking good for Sap, and he wants more too. That Ict isolated. Now it's down to PZ to lock down lane. No tap on the bomb, and Brace is playing clutch, but the time, it's ticking away, and PZ wins his fight. No one's got a lean, no one's got a peek, and Brace knows there's no stick coming through. No chance in the round, and the BNK are going to land on 9 rounds.
Ace have escaped is the main question here. Oh, he does. The only one alive. And the Kangaroos keep hopping along. It's interesting though, the Kangaroos, BNK, got 2 HE grenades for that round. And they landed both of them on poor TJP's head.
That's just good theory.
Yep.
A little bit of research. A little bit of punishment for anyone playing over towards Tetris.
Yep. Maybe they don't like Tetris, that's why they just HE grenade all the time. They think, you know, the Donkey Kong or Super Mario's a bit better. Well,
let's see what's happening in the 14th. Kinetic. Oh, spots of walking in through the smoke there. He's going to be able to get one before getting spammed straight back by the rifles. And Chell takes 1 too. So they've at least done their jobs. ASAP with the rifle in hand has an opportunity in the 1v3. And that's a great way to kick things off. Because he has a little bit awkward, a little bit worried out in the open. Won't commit to the fight just yet. And will flash away with the bomb starting to make its way all the way across to B.
Yeah, the moment ASAP peeked and got that initial pick, you saw that bomb be like nut going straight to B. PZ, get a dial in the numbers. Please expect ASAP to be this far advanced. Given the flashbang angle, expects it. Now ASAP's in a 1v1. He's looking for Hats. Gonna stick it. He's looking towards stairs for Hats. Hats is not picking at all. He's buying time. Lost off on the bomb. And Hats is gonna dig a bit deep into stairs. And now ASAP has to wait. ASAP is playing this so well in the 1v1. But ASAP, he's just a bit better on the aim.
Just enough time to get that defuse off. And Rooster will make their way into a round with a big clutch. Huge 1v3 won by the Sap. The man from the west. The best of the rest. And it looks like it is BNK thinking about forcing into this one. Make sure that the CT economy isn't going to get too out of hand. But they choose against it. Just go for a couple of pistols and see what kind of damage they can do, because they still have that round lead, still have a fair few rounds to play with.
Now Rooster's starting to land the HE grenades. I think Hazard Hats all getting hit by him. I guess I think this bad. Actually, it's a bit of a half life for the Kangaroos, so not too invested. Could have been a lot worse if they forced up, and this is the HB after it. Can they stop the Sap here? Sap's a strong 1v3. It's a perfect flash.
Yeah. We won't be able to do any more after that mad clutch. Rackham at least able to pick one off in the meanwhile, and the T's with full sight control can bolster the economy. That molly just not quite spreading to that corner on the side of sight. It's not really planted for anywhere, it's just planted. That's what BNK were focusing on, and any more damage to the Rooster economy is large. Ooh, over the top. It's not a shot. Thought Hats might have been able to take the AWP out of hand there, but he was seen eventually. And Rooster will stack on a 6.
End off that 4 spy. Oh, TJ Thieving gets a Tech 9 out of that. So they fend off that 4 spy, 6 rounds on the board. Next up is, can they build a bank like the Kangaroos did previously? Can they start building up a bank? Get 10k in the bank account.
Apologies. Maybe. Time will let us know if that's happening or not, but for the moment, cheeky little nade towards mid will tickle up Brace and reveal that someone is chilling there. I want to know if there is going to be an update where they just get rid of the nade squelch sound. I feel like it isn't necessary for the game at all. But
yeah.
Look, there's many things that need to change in the game.
Well, like, you know, like, it gives away a lot of information. Like, if you hit someone, it's like everyone knows where you are. Like, I understand a Molotov being like that. Obviously, you want to hear someone sizzle, that would happen. But HG grenades probably don't need it. Like, there's a lot of information gathering nades already. Been seen.
Race. Thought he caught a timing, but on top of sight, Nedic, the Giga Chad, is going to be able to at least find one before falling. Now we're down to a 4-on-4 situation. Molly thrown on the front of sight to stop the Ruse push. And PZ finding Shell across the top, so that boost up not working.
Actually thought they caught Nedic then, I'm like, what? And then I realized it was because Chelios the other AWPer. Almost takes out Hazard that. He's PZ had off half opportunity. ASAP just pushing through that smoke, just doesn't care. Just checking the side. ASAP got a kid. He might be able to go for it here. That's what he's thinking. He's going to go for it. Because they're going to have to peek into this. Because they're going to hear it.
Tapped it again. And the cover just is not there. Spam through the smoke by 2 rifles is a whole lot. And it's the Glock to finish it off eventually. But BNK, the first team to reach the double digits here on Vertigo. 10-6. Rooster Have a quick stock take of the economy. There's not a lot there. Maybe we'll see the El Clasico force out of one of them. Or all of them. TJ even buying them now.
I was going to say in that round there, Rooster just trying to disguise the bomb defuse by just making as much noise as they could. The Kangaroos weren't fooled. Simple as that. Just they immediately started spraying the bomb. Because I'm not sure if Chelios saw PZ there at A main. Both players were flashed.
Well, slow approach from BNK this time, at least towards A. Not making any sound at all. Looks like a B split is what they've postured for, with the stairs control, with the mid control. But the CT's here, ready and waiting. Rackham, jumps up at the worst possible moment, but will survive for a time. Grace too focused on CT. Rackham's going to be able to take him out. Addicts traded it as well. And the force buyer really catching BNK off right now.
Definitely as well. TGP could get a few others as well. Might get PZ here because PZ's moving away. Bombs dropped. It's causing a bit of trouble in paradise at the moment. Now Hazard, he's trying to fight for to keep this round under Bandit's Kangaroo's control. He takes a bullet. But doesn't know about netting. I was actually thinking, will he turn around to stairs because he only sees 2 players there? But I think as that thought occurred to him, netting and just dinked him, and that was it.
Let's have a look, see how the next round goes. BNK going to force right back. A couple of upgraded pistols, 2 Galils, and most of the utils already being used. Trying to sell some kind of fake towards the A site, baiting out util. Nedic happy to go toe-to-toe with the ramp member of Brace. And in the meanwhile, after losing Chelios, who's having a pretty rough game after coming back from holidays, BNK, with the man advantage, are just going to turn their sights back to B.
I'm not sure. Did he have an AWP on him? Because the gun just, like, rocketed off the map. He's gone too as a lurk. But somehow Rooster able to keep this site at the moment. ASAP and Rackham just pushing them all away. It's all down to PZ. PZ just spraying to the back of site. That's hoping that 2 bullets connect towards Rackham. A Deagle and a Dream. Back into Deagle as Big Lil. Misses the opportunity there. Rackham wide peaks. PZ was just a bit late. And PZ, it'll be put to bed. Rooster's trying to make that CT side comeback.
Let's see if Rooster have more up their sleeve. But for the moment, BNK have to take that eco. And we'll be getting close in terms of the score. Rooster should find 9. Unless something happens here. But it's going to take a bit of an egregious misplay from BNK to throw this... I mean, an egregious misplay from Rooster to throw this position this round.
Yeah, well, you never know what 5 blocks can do, Mac. 5 blocks, you know? I've seen a 5 block eco before. But then again, it was like the massive misplays, but, you know, 5 blocks work. Also, I should mention as well, it was the AWP that flew off the stage from the HG grenade last round. Because something came under Netic's feet, and I just saw it go off the stage. It was the AWP.
Let's see if
you know what that makes
again. Or...
You know what that's more legendary about that? Couldn't even see through the smoke.
This is rough ass. Good luck, fella. 1 kill would have been great, but damage is all he's getting this round. And now we're going into the 20th, and Rooster are yapping at the heels of Bad News Kangaroos right now. Game seeming to go a little longer than maybe a few people expected, but Rooster, who had a rough first series, finally starting to show up.
Yeah, I've got to say, at the start of the game, Bad News Kangaroos were just absolutely slicing them apart. You know, basically sweeping them off the server. Nothing Rooster did worked. Now Rooster, you know, the arms are starting to turn, the tail's starting to turn. Minix even for it, but he should be pretty much banged out here eventually. Yep, there we go. The Kangaroos are getting a bit lucky. So you have 2 players on ramp.
Pushing mid. And I had seen that as well, but elbow going to be shown, and Sap just slides that through the thinnest of margins, thinnest of gaps. And Rackham solo on B, just have to try and buy some time. Molly over towards default to make sure no one's crossed towards the back of sight. Buys these time for the Rooster rotations. And the flashes at bay, but they're going to be like these in the headlights right now. Good flash to allow one. Sap hits onto Brace, but the firepower from these AKs is just too much. And the positional advantage from Hazard was great. Caught him on the reload, and that's 11 for the Roos.
Give the buy here. Well, looks like some creative accounting will give Rooster a buy. Bring a whole bunch of nades around. Say for Rooster here, it's kind of a lost roll of the dice. They won't have a buy like this if they lose this round. Can they find that extra edge? Can they find the streak that they had a few rounds ago back? Don't let the Kangaroos get their map pick. Brace, oh, that was a bit of a mistake. They heard the burning, the HE grenade comes in as well. Brace takes a bit of damage. And nobody at all from Rooster. Even close on ramp. Maybe we should call this position at NX, that's the Giga Chat position. It's like the top of the mountain position.
Oh, stacked. DJ turns the wrong direction and could have maybe found Brace there. Either way, ifs and buts. Some smoke towards that right side of sight. They're just going to be fighting for the lane control, and they found it. Brace as well going right up over the top. Nothing stopping this man, as it should be 12 on the board. Unless Sap and Rackham have something to say about it, and that whiffed spray is probably going to trigger the save.
Yeah, Brace, what an entry. Just absolute entry. He gets 2 players, nice transfer to the second player. He sits down Netic as well. Beautiful entry. Like, the transfer was just probably the biggest part of that entry. And Hats, well, he makes sure that nobody in Rooster has any money. And yeah, that's what I'm going to say about Rooster's buy coming into this round.
It's going to be a rough series of events here for Rooster if they get knocked out on day one, but someone's got to go. Someone's got to get knocked out here, so the rest of the tournament can be played out appropriately.
A series of unfortunate events for Rooster today. If that's any movie headline you want to put to it.
Brace is really feeling it after the last round. Again, just looking to keep on pumping Rooster out of the server. Of course, we're on the force buy, and they're not even here to have a say about it. Brace going through them and looking to close it with an ace.
The worst part was, Brace was the lurk player. Well, you know, Brace is going to add IGL, entry player, lurk player, all to his, you know, occupation of what CS player he is.
And that'll do it.
13.
Oh, 13-9. Big round, big map to close it out for BNK. I'd argue that they are the heavy favorites in this series after the performances that we saw from both of them today. You know, one's done a great job.